Cecil Roberts is the president of the United Mine Workers of America. Cecil's been an advocate for mine safety and for workers throughout America. I want to give a great big metal praise welcome to my friend, Cecil Roberts.
Ron said to me, he said, if you could do some comparison about why we need a new deal. You know, we had a new deal in the 30s, and I'll just touch briefly on that. You can do this research on this, by the way, and find that what I'm saying is I'm telling the truth, right? The research would tell you that whenever working class people were given a right for the first time in our history in 1935 to join a union, nothing but good things came from that. You cannot find a bad thing that came from that. And the labor movement kind of had a dispute amongst themselves in those days about how to handle the right to join a union. And the labor movement was having a convention in Atlantic City, and John L. Lewis punched the president of one of the unions and started the CIO. That's the unofficial start of the CIO. But even that was a good thing, because millions and millions and millions of workers joined unions when they could, right? So what happened when people could join a union? We didn't have vacation days and time off and health care and pensions and wages that were part of the middle class. When workers started getting paid, gee, my goodness, that was a good thing. And when people could go to the doctor, that was a good thing. And then when they could retire with not only a pension, but with Social Security. My gosh, Social Security came about in those days, and those people on the other side are always, they've been upset since 1935. You would think they could get over it. God, I could get over something in a few days, and I can't get over something that happened in 35. And then Medicare come along at 65, and they've been down ever since. So people were able to take that money and spend it in the communities. And somebody said, hey, I think I'll open a restaurant. These guys have got money now. I think I'll open a car dealership. They can buy cars. Gosh, they got money. The other thing that happened was what? We started sending our kids to college, just like the rich folks. And they, you know what? They don't like it. They don't like the idea that our kids can go to school and we can retire, and we got Medicare, and we've got Social Security. So we had higher wages, and we have pensions and health care and vacations. And you know what else we had? It just goes overlooked. This movement's always stood for equal rights. Opening doors. When we got job bidding in these auto plants, and in these coal mines, and seniority, we might have kept Jim Crow in the South forever, but when those African American miners went underground, Jim Crow ended until they come back out, because their seniority entitled them to bid on a job. If they've been there longer than a white person, they could be awarded a job. Now they're talking back in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, when Jim Crow was eliminated. So if you have been at a location longer than somebody else, you got to keep your job. It used to be, before unions, that if your color of your skin wasn't white, you were the first out the door, no matter how long you've been there. I submit to you, that's a good thing that the unions did. We were so far ahead of the rest of this country in our thinking with respect to that. So as you come here today, and you run into these people who want to talk to you about, well, what are unions for? And you tell them, you've been on vacation lately? Yeah. You got health care? Yeah. You make decent wages? Yeah. Well, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. That's what you should tell these people. Now, we have challenges that are right in front of us. And the real question is, what do you do about these challenges? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings here today, but if I do, I've got two rows. You could be mad. My second row is I don't care. So just write that down. I've got two rules to operate by. I have said for a number of years that any movement you look at, let me just name one. Christianity. Can you imagine if Jesus said to his 12 disciples, we better stay here in this building, don't let anybody know what we're doing. If we get upset about something, we'll write a strong letter to them. Oh, Pontius Pilate, he'll get there and tell him what we feel, but we'll go see him. That's not how Christianity started. Jesus actually had to break a law or two. You ever think about that? The disciples, for all intents and purposes, they were breaking laws. Look what Christianity turned out to be. You can't drive down the block without passing 5 churches. Don't know why we need 5 churches on every block. Looks to me like we could all go to one church. Man, that's a flaw in our character, okay? How about Gandhi? Gandhi didn't stay in a building in a suit and tie on. Gandhi was a half-naked man with a sheet around him, and he turned an empire upside down. How about the civil rights movement? For years and years and years, the African-American churches and the NAACP wrote letters, and every once in a while sued somebody. But it wasn't until Rosa Parks said, this is my seat and I'm going to keep it, did we have a civil rights movement that got in the streets and in people's faces and turned things upside down. And for your information this morning, the CIO and the AFL, when they were at their best, they were surrounding those auto plants and those steel mills and sitting down and striking and making demands on their employers. When we stood together and fought together and rallied together. America is supposedly, now remember that word, a country of the people, by the people, and for the people. Well, let's face it, it's become a country of the billionaires, by the billionaires, and for the billionaires. I submit to you, it's time, brothers and sisters, it's time for working people to take back their country from the millionaires to billionaires and have a country that works for us all.